What's up everyone? Today is heavy day on Texas Method, so I'm working up to a top set of 415 pounds for 5 reps on squats, and then I'm working up to a heavy triple on bench press, and it's written in the program to do power cleans today, but I'm going to switch it up and just do deadlifts. So let's look at the numbers right now. So here's what we got for the day. Where are we at here? Friday. There we go, top set, one set of 5 at 415 pounds. These are all the warm-ups here. And then we got bench press, 3 rep max, 265 pounds. Those are all the warm-ups. See right here it says to do power cleans, but I'm going to skip that and probably do some deadlifts instead. And we'll determine the weight once we get there. So as per the usual, I'm recording this voiceover and I'll be uploading this video today, which is a Monday. But obviously you're looking at Friday's session from last week, which was heavy day. And I was really excited about this session because on the Wednesday session last week, which was light day, I was really not experiencing too much pain or discomfort in my left hip. And I was just mobilizing it and working it out throughout the week, and it really just paid off because towards the end of the week and even on this session on this Friday here, everything just really moved nicely for me. Like my depth was okay. I was just able to get into position. So if I was to put like a pain or discomfort scale out of 10, I would say on this Friday session here, I was probably at like a 3. And you know, normally I've been up to like an 8 on some days. It just feels like terrible. So I was really just pleased with how everything went on this particular day. Being that today is a Monday, I'm actually going to be doing volume squats. I'll probably film those, and discomfort-wise, I've been sitting at my desk quite a bit, so I'll have to work it out, but we'll get to it.
To be free. Shadows around me are falling. Darkness fills all the space. Shine forth the light of the man soul. Fill thou the darkness of space. You are the son of the great light. Remember, be free. Stay not you in the shadows, spring forth because of night. Light, let thy soul be, O sunborn, filled with the glory of light. Free from the bonds of the darkness, a soul that is one. You are the key to our wisdom.
So I wanted to play that top set without the voiceover, just so you can actually hear my breathing, and just so you can actually hear what I listen to in the background. In a lot of cases, it's really just audiobooks. Like, I don't really jam out to tunes that often. Sometimes I'll play some, but for the most part, I pretty much train with silence or with audiobooks going in the background. I just feel like I don't need to get pumped or like jazzed up or whatever it may be in order to perform movements. The way I see it, they're written in the program. Those are the numbers I have to hit, regardless of whether I get all riled up or not. So, you know, either way, it doesn't matter if I'm hyped or anything. It's like I have to make those lifts. So, you know, I just basically just listen to audiobooks because it makes more sense for me. I spend my time learning and gaining wisdom as opposed to just jamming out to tunes while I lift. So it's like it's a double whammy in this way because I can, you know, work out and learn. I mean, it just makes sense to me. So in often cases, I'll listen to the same audiobook over and over again. This set was really interesting here. You can see the weight moved, and I'm going to explain why in a second and what happened. So we're about to get on to some deadlifts. Squats went extremely well. I'm very pleased with how those moved. Bench press, it was a little weird, and you probably saw in the footage. On the 3rd rep, actually on the 2nd rep, I felt this like weird sort of stinging pain in my hand. And then on the 3rd rep, as I was actually pressing up, the pain just got like excruciating at the midway point, and then you could see the bar actually went back down a little bit, which in competition that means boom, no lift right away. But I was able to push it through just because it wasn't really like a max effort. But my hand was like stinging the whole way. I actually had to lift my ass right up off the bench in order to complete the press. I think what happened was I tied my wrist wraps a little too tightly, and what ends up happening is when you bench press, you want a full palm, almost like a full open hand. So I tied the wrist wraps so tight that it like collapsed my hand inwards a little bit. So I was pressing almost with like a claw as opposed to like my full open palm. So really I just need to be careful next time how I wrap my wrists, and that should be it. But we're going to get on to some deadlifts right now, and I'd actually like to talk about compression socks, because I've received some before, and I talked about some in a video maybe 6 months back or something like that. But I received these new compression socks here from Yorkberg Sports, or I guess you could say Yorkberg. They're just called Yorkberg compression socks. I wanted to actually give these a shot, show you them in the video, because actually in competition, a lot of times they request that I wear like knee-high almost socks for deadlifts, because you don't want to be going up to deadlift to the bar and the guy before you didn't wear socks and all of a sudden he cut up his whole leg and there's blood all over the bar. Uncool. So in a lot of cases, especially if you're pulling conventional, the competition requires that you wear long socks. So I'm going to throw these on right now, and then we're going to get into some deadlifts, and I'll let you know my thoughts on these Yorkberg socks as I'm going through the session. First impressions, though, is that they look great. Like, they look like really good quality. And I say that because, maybe because I buy really cheap garbage socks, but I actually have really long toes and like big feet. So you can see here, like, I take size 13 shoe. I mean, I'm a tall guy, that's obviously why. And a lot of times my toes like break through the material of the socks. Like, I'll buy a pair of socks and they'll last maybe a month, maybe. So I just keep having to buy socks all the time. So this is going to be really cool to be able to try these out, and hopefully, I assume, they're not going to break through, or my toe's not going to break through them. So we're going to throw these on here, and then we'll get to the session. So they are very tight. Tight is good. That is what compression is all about. Okay. I'm sure you don't want to watch me put on the next one, so we'll just cut straight to the lifting footage. The plan for these deadlifts was to work up to some heavy singles and basically swap out the power cleans I was supposed to do with these deadlifts and basically get the volume out of that. So I think I did a pretty good job in accomplishing that, and I wanted to also try out these compression socks. I think I'm going to use these going forward in competition. They just are really, really good quality, and I think they're a great price. So link in the description below if you want to have a look at those. I used sumo form here to help open up my hips just because of that discomfort I've been having, and it's affecting my performance, to be honest, so I think it's good to do some sumo in the warm-ups. Also, that bench press issue I had earlier was affecting my right arm. I can see in the footage, and even just when I was pulling, I couldn't straighten it and activate my triceps and my lats. It just remained curled, which is really dangerous because you can tear a bicep, but you know that this weight isn't too crazy. Here's 525, not a PR, but you know, got it off the ground, and my grip just gave out pretty much for the exact reason I just mentioned. So thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next session.